Okay, 1850 points. Eldar and Tau versus the new Tyranids. We're playing Purge the Alien. Let's just kind of go through the army list. So over here I have a flyrant with hive commander, stranglethorn cannon, devourers. His warlord trait this time is synaptic linchpin, so he's got a good 18-inch range. A long unit of 20 gargoyles. They're all virgin, providing a cover shield. I have an exocrine with regeneration. Actually, the flyrant has regeneration too. A lone zoanthrope with onslaught. 3 carnifexes, 2 with stranglethorn cannons, 1 with heavy venom cannon. All of them have devourers. A venomthrope, another venomthrope, a tervigon. She's back as a troop's choice in a game where troops don't matter. I did not have warriors, so I'm still using her. And in reserve, I have a crone and a mawloc coming in, as well as 30 termagants that are outflanking, 10 with devourers, my lovely wife, her army. Let's see, I have a fire prism, 6 fire warriors hanging out in the backfield, a riptide with an ion accelerator. He's got stims and early warning override. 10 dire avengers. Back here in this building that she's very fond of is her commander with 2 bodyguards. I think they all have missiles and skyfire actually. They have whatever, velocity tracker. 2 wave serpents hiding behind the jungle. Inside of this wave serpent is 5 wraithguard and a spiritseer.
Yes.
What was his warlord stuff?
Oh, he has enhance and drain, and the other one is called empower. Empower.
Okay. And in this other wave serpent, 10 more. Yeah. And your lovely wraithlord. Has what? Scatter lasers?
2 scatter lasers and 2 flamers.
Okay. And in reserve, you have your Crimson Hunter coming in also.
Yes.
Okay. As you can see, quite a bit of terrain on the Tyranid side. Not a lot on the Eldar side. There's no night fighting. She failed to seize the initiative, so I'll be going first. So it looks like this terrain won't help me out too much, and we'll just be out into the middle of this wide open killing field. Alright. Tyranid turn 1. End of Tyranid turn 1. As you can see, big line of gargoyles just moved up. They're in the way of everything. I kept him here to get his 2 up cover save because of the venomthrope and ruins. Exocrine got onslaught cast on him. He was able to move and run a full inch. And then he shot at the wave serpent and nothing came of that. He fired, they fired, all in this unit of dire avengers here. Killed 8 of them, but they passed every pinning test, every single morale test for running away. They stay right where they are. So, moving on to Eldar and Tau, turn 1. End of Eldar and Tau, turn 1. What happened?
It was a crappy turn. It was a very crappy turn.
Just cursed rolling.
Lots and lots of cursing during that rolling. Some of the gargoyles have been taken out. Not too many of them, but some. The venomthrope does have a wound on him, so he is going to die, but it's still no first blood.
Zoanthrope. Zoanthrope has a wound.
Zoanthrope,
yeah,
sorry.
No, yeah. Only he took a wound.
So I'm trying to take out Synops for him, but it's not going to be too big of a deal until the flyer starts moving. Then it will help out. Other than that, nothing really happened.
Rough. Okay, on to Tyranid turn 2. End of Tyranid turn 2. My crone came in. She scattered pretty far back. And over there, my 30 gaunts came in. It's like the last battle report. 10 of them have devourers. I was able to cram them all in. They took out a unit of fire warriors, so I was able to get a point from Purge the Alien, and I think that was first blood. Over here, it took a lot of shooting from these carnifexes and the exocrine and the flyrant to actually kill that wave serpent. It was really hard to bring down. These gargoyles tried to kill this dire avenger right here and killed his buddy and then failed the assault. A lot of overwatch was fired from the crisis suits, but nothing died. So that is the... Oh, and also Crone over here. Normally I like her a lot, but she fired 2 missiles at the wave serpent and missed with both. So absolutely no damage was caused. The dire avengers have disembarked, and it is now Eldar and Tau turn 2. End of Eldar turn 2. What happened?
Okay, well, my fire prism shot this group over here and just decimated them.
Mini gaunts were killed.
Yes. So they're gone. I think a total of like 18, something like that. Then it took my flyer, my battle crisis suits, what else was it? My dire avengers,
your wraithlord,
and my wraithlord, and technically the cannon to finish it off, all to kill the flyer this turn.
Yeah.
He is dead, but it's gonna cost me a lot. This little dire avenger is still going. He's over here in the corner now, so hopefully he's gonna make it for a little while. And my riptide is now moved over there. They took a wound.
Yeah, the carnifexes are being protected really well by that venomthrope. It's working overtime on cover saves.
And that's it for this turn.
Alright, on to Tyranid turn 3. We're a third of the way through the game. Just wanted to make some comments. Every time I try to push my flyrant, he dies. And I always, at the start of every game, say I'm not going to do that this time. I'm not going to move him forward. I'm going to hang back for a turn or two. And I never do, and he dies. So I've learned not to do that. Venomthropes are awesome. As predicted, they're rocking out. If you notice, I'm not producing anything with this tervigon because we're playing Purge the Alien. So she's right now just a lot of dead weight. We'll see if she comes in. Crone, I'm always mixed about. Carnifexes, I'm loving to death. They're the unit, in my opinion. And exocrine, I know on paper he's supposed to be awesome. I just haven't had any valid targets at him yet. So hopefully in the rest of the game he'll make up for it. Okay.
I actually do not share his opinion about the venomthropes. I just don't think they're actually that much of a problem. Last time it was very quick for me to shoot them down because it's pretty scary to hear what they do. But in this game, I don't know, because maybe it's the long ways. It hasn't been much of an issue. I've been shooting at other things, and I don't know, we'll see. Maybe this turn, since I can focus on other things now that the flyer's done, it will be different, but I don't know. I haven't put a lot of firepower to taking out the carnifexes yet. I think when I focus in on those, it might be different, but they kind of get to get a pass, and I'm not really sure why I'm giving them a pass.
I don't know why either.
I don't know, but I have not been focused on that. Maybe now we'll see what we can do with it. I don't know. I'm an Eldar player. I like Eldar. Towel's okay. I'm not loving these units completely. Like, I do my dire avengers. Maybe they'll grow on me, but even the riptide, I don't know. We'll see. Towel's not everything. I'll just throw that out there.
Okay, end of Tyranid turn 3. We finally had a really bad turn. She fired both of her haywire missiles at the Crimson Hunter, hit with both of them. I rolled 2 6s for the haywire result, but she jinked and saved both of them, so hooray for that. No damage was done with the carnifexes, sadly. These guys, the termagants failed their test. They failed their test, so they ran. Over here, my gargoyles, this was silly on my part. I'm used to having a prime back there for synops. I figured tar pit those crisis suits, but they did lose the combat, just barely. They did cause them to have their weapon skill and ballistic skill reduced, but they ran. The gargoyles are now running. So overall, it's actually looking... Oh, and the mawloc, I'm sorry. At the very beginning, she came in and she just barely mishapped off the board and went back into ongoing reserves. I was trying to take out those 2 crisis suits on the bottom. So yeah, so not the greatest turn. Started off bad, it ended bad. End of Eldar, turn 3. How'd it go?
Okay, well, I did a lot of damage, to be fair. Riptide and Fire Prism have moved over here. What I wanted to do, since we're playing Purge the Alien, is take out the little targets. I did take out stims.
Just killed a Zoe. Yeah, the zoanthrope died.
I killed one of the cover guys.
Venomthrope died.
Yes. I had a lot of problems.
Gargoyles died.
Yeah, the gargoyles died, yes, but they inflicted some bad stuff last time. I had a jink with this, so I only had snapshots. I only had snapshots with them also, so I went ahead and took the advantage. Yeah, the blinding thing. And I moved my commander down. That way I don't have to do it some other time with the heavy weapons. Gargoyles are all dead. So it was 3 points for my side this time. But...
Playing the points game. Also took 2 wounds off of that exocrine.
Exocrine does have 2 wounds off of it. So hopefully next turn we'll see what lives. But it should be okay points-wise.
Whew. Rough. Okay. Starting to get interesting. Okay, end of Tyranid turn 4. It sucked. Mawloc wanted to come over here. She mishapped and was placed over here. So there she sits. I finally spawned a brood. I wanted a cover shield, but instead I only spawned 6 of them. She didn't run out, but now there's a really easily killed unit. The exocrine did not do any damage, and I'm going to do his regeneration. I forgot. Doesn't regenerate a wound. Awesome. Carnifex is over here. Naturally took out the fire prism and barely made it into an assault to finish it off. So got a point there. They are still running away. My crone, there was a lone dire avenger here. I sent her after it. Hopefully she'll survive for that not to be a mistake. But I really needed the point. So we're still in the game. I actually don't know how it's going to work out. I think we're tied in points. Are we tied in points? I
think so. I have 5. I think you now have 5.
Yeah, I got 2 points that turn. But I've got a lot of really easily scored on units on the field right now. So we'll see. We'll see. It's hard to tell.
Is there anything else?
No. End of Eldar turn 4. What happened?
Okay, so I killed one of the carnifexes, the one that was causing me so much damage. I'm not sure what he had on him.
The one with the venom cannon popping vehicles.
Yeah. Right, so he had to die. I killed his flyer. I forget her name. The crone?
Yeah.
Yes. It wasn't too difficult to kill, actually, to be fair.
They usually aren't, no?
No. Well, to be fair, I mean, it was the crisis suits that did it. The exocrine, has taken a lot of wounds. I think she's down to 1 wound now.
1 left, yeah.
Yes. Dire avengers are just kind of hanging out over here. We took away a lot of those girls, but I should have taken away more.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Other than that, I think everything's intact. I'm trying to get my riptide away from them. He's probably going to be assaulted. He didn't have much place to go, so we'll see what happens this turn.
Okay. Turn 5. End of Tyranid turn 5. No good. We had these guys rally over here. So they moved over to where they could shoot with their devourers. I spawned 16 gaunts for a cover save for these 2. Once again, I forgot my regeneration. Oh, look at that. He regenerated a wound, so he's up to 2 now. 2. all of these gaunts and the devourers over here shot at the flyer. Actually hit with a lot, caused a lot of glancing hits, and she jinked all of them except for 2. So this thing's down to 1 more hull point. Carnifex is also shot at her. Could not take it down. I figured it was going to be most likely to kill the flyer in a single turn than the riptide, obviously, because it has feel no pain. But it just didn't work out. So, oh, and I'd like to point out that the exocrine once again whiffed with his large blast. Mawloc went into reserve, so if the game ends this round, I'll lose another point for her being in reserves, but there was nothing for her to do, so maybe she can come back and hurt something. But right now it's looking like this is going to be an Eldar and Tau victory. We'll see how it ends. End of Eldar and Tau turn 5. What happened?
Okay, this was a good round for us. My flyer could only do snapshots, but she managed to put 2 wounds on the carnifexes. So that's something to consider if the game does go on. I was able to remove the zoanthrope.
The
venomthrope, yes. Mm-hmm. And the exocrine. Both those things are dead now. Other than that, nothing much. I was able to get 3 points though, so I'm missing something. Oh yeah, the lone little guy.
Yeah, the little termagant that was left over from the previous group.
Yeah, I had to use all my dire avengers to shoot it, but it's dead. So let's see if the game ends.
So I think what we'll do,
cross your fingers, hope it ends,
is give this one to our daughter and see if she can roll it for us.
Isabel.
Roll. She may not. I might have to do the honors. You ready? You ready? Roll.
2.
She's okay. I think we're gonna have to go with that result. I think you're pretty far ahead in points anyway. She rolled a 2 also. So
good.
Okay. Yeah.
2 is official.
Yep. Good job.
It's over.
Okay, game is over. That was a very. I thought I had it in the bag on turn 2. I really did.
Like turn 1, you thought you had it in the bag.
Yeah. I did not get her deployment or how things were spaced out, but it was just a combination of the units I took. I didn't take Tervigon for the first time in like 100 games.
He would not have changed things.
I think he would have helped. Backfield disruption.
That's true.
Mawloc totally blowing it twice in a row meant she was worthless the entire game. So the exocrine I know is a great unit, but would I trade Tervigon for him like I did this in the future? I don't think so. I just could not get him to capitalize on that AP. Anything with cover, or even against tanks, the strength 7 is just not enough to do any damage. Uh-oh is right.
Very good. Well, I thought it was a good game. My riptide lived. My
Riptide's untouched.
Wave serpent with wraithguard and my HQ is also untouched.
Yeah.
And the Tau, they did good. They did really well this game.
Yeah.
So final score is 5-10.
Mm-hmm.
I should have played the back rub.
Yeah. She blew it.
I did.
I think the wide board is also really hard to do.
Very difficult for you.
Against such a mobile army, and then not bringing any kind of action to the backfield made it really hard to do anything other than get punched in the face.
I think that long ways like this is your Achilles heel. I was able to spread it out so far, and I would be able to do that even with Tervigon. I think you would have a serious problem with it. So that's going to be a touchy one for you when you get rolled. All right.
Okay.